Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Mark here once again. If you're coming back, I'm so happy to see you again. Thanks for being here. And if you're new, welcome to Notdefining. This is the place where we delve into sexuality, gender, orientation like never before, so that we can get everyone to a place where they're feeling confident, fulfilled, and the best version of themselves, whatever your label, whatever your identity or background. So on that topic today, I'm going to be sharing with you a technique and explaining how we can feel comfortable and confident around straight people. We've all been in a situation where there's straight people, maybe it's like very hetero energy, and we just feel really out of place. Sometimes we can feel scared, sometimes we can feel like we don't fit in, and we can feel anxious. I'm going to be explaining why we feel anxious and what we can do to feel more confident. So, first of all, in society, for most of us, we are brought up to feel that being straight or being heteronormative is right. It's a good way to be. And being LGBT is kind of bad. And even if we're in an accepting environment, there's still this separation between the two. Okay, so there's straight and there's not straight. And whatever not straight is, it's kind of what we are. So when we're confronted with an environment where the culture is very, very straight, yeah, we feel anxious because we feel like, we're different. Yeah, that's not for me. Yeah, and if I go in there, I'm not going to be accepted. Maybe I'm going to be ridiculed. I'm not going to get on with people. Maybe people are going to be nasty to me or whatever. At this point, I must make a disclaimer. If it is genuinely unsafe for you to be in that space, do not go. Okay? What I'm talking to you about today are just those lower level moments where we have to be with straight people, and this is how to understand it. So what we will often do when we go into that situation is we will go in there and we will think, okay, well, I'm the odd one out, I'm not going to be accepted for who I am, so I'm going to try to fit in, right? And this is our first mistake, okay? We look at what everyone else around us is doing and we go, okay, well, I'm going to try and assimilate, I'm going to try and like not be myself, so that hopefully they will accept me and there won't be any trouble. And what happens is actually the very thing that we don't want to happen. We come across as nervous, we come across as weird, we come across as uncomfortable. People then feel awkward around us, we feel awkward around them, we're not having a good time, like it's difficult to make conversation because we're just having such a terrible time. What we are doing is we are minimizing ourselves because we feel like we need to be like the other people, okay? Now here's the thing. You will not be the best version of yourself or feel confident or comfortable ever by trying to be someone else. You actually look at all of the research, the root of all unhappiness is trying to be something you're not. And as LGBT people, we understand this very, very well. And this is what we're trying to do. This is why we're unhappy in that situation. But Mark, I hear you cry. I can't be myself in that situation because that's what's going to get me ridiculed. Wrong. Stay with me. Here's the secret. Being yourself, being authentic, is the strongest, most confident, most attractive, happiest, most fulfilling way that any person can be. And it is the way of being that will get you what? The most respect. Okay? That is a universal law of the world. If you want to argue with it, write in the comments, but since the dawn of time, it's basically sacred fact, okay? We need to be brave enough to realize that our authentic self is the best, most confident version of ourselves. And it can be really, really difficult because we fear that behaving in our own authentic way is going to be seen negatively. Because remember, this is what we've been taught. Who you are doesn't fit in. Who you are is not good. Yeah, if you're not straight, if you're not cis, if you're not heteronormative, you're not going to be accepted. Actually, that was a lie. Okay? For example, I'm a guy, right? When I go into those spaces, I feel like, well, if I behave like myself and don't try and fit in, they're going to think I'm feminine, they're going to think I'm gay, they're going to think I'm pansy, they're going to think I'm like weak. They're all of these awful kind of like negative, like things that have been thrown at me or made to feel that are negative. Of course, not, you know, those things aren't negative, but it's this image in my brain that like, I'm not going to be accepted. My real self is not going to be accepted. Actually, that was a lie. So when you go into that space, it's about saying, who I am is freaking brilliant. Yeah? Maybe there's a pub full of men and they're all watching football, right? I need to go in there and say, I'm a great man. I'm a man just like you, not so into football. No worries, I'm fine with that. But I deserve to be here and I'm great. I'm fantastic. Like, I don't have to try and be like you. I don't have to try and live up to what you're doing. If I go to the bar and I want a pint of beer, fine. If I go to the bar and I want a Cosmopolitan with a cherry on top, fine. Nobody is going to be able to judge you unless you're judging yourself. If you're not judging yourself, if you're loving yourself the way you are, that's going to show. You will walk in there with confidence, okay? Whatever it is for you that is the most authentic version of you, whatever you like, whatever is going to make you feel good, just do that for yourself. And if people come to you and they're like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, or they try and make fun of you, it's only going to get in if you let it. Actually, just saying, oh, okay, well, I'm just here, like, having a nice time. Thanks for your comment. It's going to make them look really silly. I know it's easier said than done, and it takes time. But the concept is so important. So the next time that you are faced with a heteronormative space, please just take a moment. Don't try and be like them. Don't minimize yourself. Remember that the most authentic you is the best version of you. And if you want people to respect you and respond positively to you and not be awkward or uncomfortable or anything like that, just feel your authentic feelings. Do what makes you happy. Don't apologize for it. And I promise you, if you get into the habit of doing that and realizing that you're such a wonderful person, people are going to respond really well to you. They're not going to make fun of you. No one's going to bat an eyelid. And you're probably going to have a really nice time. Because, hey, there are some fun straight people out there. Not many, but there are. No, anyway, I'm joking. We love you, straight allies. But anyway, tell me what you think. Have you been in this situation? Have you struggled with this? What do you think of my technique? Let me know. I'm here to help. Write me in the comments. I will always respond. And if you think this would help anyone else, then please share the video with one other person and I would be so grateful. Don't forget to hit subscribe because I've got more videos coming out and I wish you a wonderful day. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.